G'day guys, welcome to a new episode of Bogan'S Guide to Beer. I'm Sampy.
And I'm Brian, and my golly, we've got a good thing today.
Yeah.
Bombardier beer, it just rolls off the tongue.
It's a sexy looking label. This is from the World's brewery, I'm assuming, and it is a premium bitter.
That's right. And the interesting thing about this is that were anybody here a Young Ones fan? Because the advertising program for this had Rick Mayall pushing this. And what did he say? He said, English, ever reliable, and damn tasty. So let's see if it is.
Well, being
it's
the
definitely
old,
English.
Young Ones fan, I'll go along with that for sure. Alright, she's dark. Not black, but it's a very dark brown brick sort of colour, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
It's got a bit of bubble in there. It's got
which are also slightly tinged brown. So quite often the bubbles are white, but they've even got the bubbles brown. I don't know if they had to do something to get that.
There's also that sort of red sort of tinge running through it as well. It's got a not a over the top head, but it's still maintaining its integrity, so it's holding it together. So yeah, it's a nice looking thing.
I love it. It is. Come on, hurry.
So let's have a smell. Alright, straight up, I'm getting coffee off of that.
But not overly powerful on the nose compared to some that we've tried. It doesn't really hit you in the face.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a beer bomb or anything. It's you've got to go digging your nose right in it.
And I agree with the coffee, sort of coffee grounds. It's not any special coffee, but yeah, you're right, coffee.
Yeah, it's almost coffee beans rather than, it's not a cup of coffee, it's a ground coffee bean sort of thing. And a little bit of toffee, maybe, tea. Anyway, so you say this has got some awards. Your little piece of paper says it's got some awards.
It really has. It's done the Great British Pub Suppliers Award for 2009, the Licensee's Choice, and that means, I don't know what that is, if it's maybe low alcohol, they don't have to chuck too many people out on it, but and the Gold Medal International Award for Quality. So this isn't a messing around. This is no tin of homebrew rubbish. This has been there.
You're giving it a little bit of a swirl there as I do with my wine, because I noticed my head had completely disappeared and you had a nice fat one, so I just figured doing that must have charged yours up. It's got a very light brown creamy colour to that head. It looks very inviting, doesn't it? Let's have a taste.
Now that has lots of taste.
Well, there's lots of stuff going on in there, isn't there?
I think that this is a beer that some people might find a bit overpowering and other people will love. And I'll say, if I look at the words, a lot of people love it. It has a strong taste. Yeah,
I'm
rich
trying to
taste.
put my finger on it. I'm not actually getting any identifying things, but I've got the number 3 popping in my head. I had definitely there's one taste. Oh, there's another one. Boom, there's another one. I just got to figure out what they are now. See, it's got a really nice entry. It's smooth and creamy, but then it gets nice and bright in the middle, and those, I guess, the hops sort of kick in a little bit, and it gives you that little bit of bite. And then it's got that nice chocolatey sort of aftertaste, or coffee aftertaste.
It's got a little bit of tang of sourness to it, but then going back many years for me when I was a little pommy kid over there, we used to roast chestnuts on the fire. And for some reason, this popped into my head about roasted chestnuts, which we used to go and find in the forest.
So it's roasted chestnuts, and now is that like a bit of a Christmassy thing? Is this like a Christmassy sort of beer?
It was cold when we went in and got the chestnuts, yeah, both of them, we often couldn't get many. But it's chestnutty.
Yeah, I guess that chestnutty. It's a nutty coffee sort of aftertaste there. It's really interesting. It's great.
It's rich. I can well understand the award thing.
Yeah, and rich. Rich is a good descriptive term too, mate. So it's 5.2%. So it's getting up there as far as the alcohol level's concerned.
Okay.
So
it's not dangerously so.
No, that's particularly to Australian standards, where everything's at least around that 5%. Solid, not everything, but anyway. That's great. I really enjoyed that, mate.
It's a pepper, isn't it? And I do have another one in the Angkor back home, so
I might have knocked that one on the head. So what are you going to rate this one out of 10, brother?
this is getting hard. I actually really like the nuttiness. I like the strength of it, so I'm going to give it 9. And for some of you out there, you might, if you don't like the strength of the 1 or 2 flavours it has, you won't like it. I love the flavours. 9 out of 10. It's a ripper.
You know, as soon as I asked you the question, I was wondering what I was going to give it straight up, and once again, that number that popped into my head, that was a 9. It's an easy 9. Oh, yeah, it's at least a 9. I don't go call it an easy 9 because that's thinking it's going to get that little bit past that perfect sort of flavour to me. But yeah, it's a good 9.
And just sort of not to carry on, it's clean as well.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Because some things that are immensely flavoursome, they're overpowering for anything, and for the next week or you can taste that. This, it hits you, it charges you, it encourages you, entertains you, and then it stops. Okay, have another mouthful.
You do right. It's got all that sort of rich, chocolatey, coffee sort of taste that you get from like I don't know, from some of the other bitters that we've had in the past. But it's got that sort of almost ale-like cut to it and refreshingness, and it's not a meal. It's an aperitif beer, basically.
It's lovely.
So yeah, there you go, guys. That's a ringing endorsement. So go get yourself a bottle or carton or pallet or bottle shop full of Bombardier's or Wells Bombardier English Premium Bitter.
English
stuff.
Reliable and damn tasty.
So there you go. According to Rick Mail, at least, anyway. Alright, guys. Thanks for calling in. This has been Bogan'S Guide to Beer. Catch you next time.
Yeah, fell off for now.
Got one of our finest Hunter Valley Chardonnays here, the Big Betty, and we've got a glass there for Jason. We're gonna kick the footy, and if he can catch it without spilling that glass, he's welcome back here anytime. If he doesn't, he's gonna have to down that glass and keep playing some footy until he can catch one. So here we go.